Good morning. Today I'm going to talk to you. So yesterday I went to a listing valuation appointment, and to my surprise, the building that was on the property was like, I don't know, let's make up a number, 75 years old. And it brought to mind that sometimes it's a tough conversation telling people what they have. And I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. So having a building that's antiquated or outdated or not have all the efficiencies that we have today is tough for many sellers because they see a lot more value in it than a buyer. So let's talk about it. I'm sorry if your building's outdated. So this property we looked at, it's got 10 acres and a 10,000 foot building on it. But unfortunately the 10,000 foot building is this cinder block, single story, 1960s building that had a wonderful use for it before, and it was used very well for many years. But the next user, I mean, I can't imagine how many people are looking for that building. Today, for the same price, you can get flexible space where you can have build outs, move walls, you can have taller ceilings, you can have higher garage doors, wider garage doors, you can have bigger windows, you can have opening windows, you can have all kinds of stuff that comes along with a new building that with an old building just kind of set there. It is what it is, but it's still that space. So what do we do with it? First of all, we go through and see if it's got a user that we could put in it now. And if it doesn't, then we got to decide, is it a tear down? And if it's a tear down, it really has zero value. It's just a land deal. And if it's a good building that we could find a secondary use for, but maybe not as good as it was, we have to find a price that a buyer will take it as it is. Not very great building, but they'll take it and they'll either spruce it up and make it super cool and invest more money in it, or they'll take it how it sits and they're just fine with it. They don't need any of the flexibilities that new buildings have. What do I mean by that? So if you go to an area and you look up office space and you find comparables and you're going up against class A or B or just regular office that has flexibility, has open span floor plans, plumbing can be anywhere, your price is going to be much lower than that on a cost basis or on a purchase sale price basis, because you're taking a hit for it not being a relevant building anymore. So when you're going to sell your property, you have to be realistic about who the user is, how good the building is, and what it's going to be in another 30 years. Because if it's not going to be a great space for somebody, or it's not flexible, or they can find better really, really quick somewhere else, your price is dropping, which is where I come in. I love selling a piece of land that has a building on it that they have to tear down and redevelop it and make it into the next cool use or project. So call me if you have any questions. Bye. Hope that helps. Maybe it didn't. I don't know. Help me.